Star Wars has come back in a huge way recently. With Disney's purchase of the franchise's movie rights and EA releasing Battlefront, it's all everyone's talking about. And while I am going to talk to you about Star Wars today, I am going back in time a little bit to when Star Wars was still relevant, but a lot less talked about. This is a game I played a lot of when I was younger, and it's actually stood the test of time really well. I'm talking about LEGO Star Wars: The Complete Saga. LEGO Star Wars: The Complete Saga, hereby known as LEGO Wars because the real name is too damn long for me to say, was released on just about everything at the time, but I first played it on the PlayStation 2. I picked it up on the PC about 2 years ago, however, and that's what I've played it on ever since. LEGO Wars knows what it has to do and does it really well. When you start the game, you are put into the Cantina. Now, the Cantina has tons of cool stuff, and I will get to that later, but the main levels are behind 6 doors. Each door has its represented movie number under it, starting from 1, Phantom Menace, to 6, Return of the Jedi. Behind each of these doors are 4 to 6 levels that take a set piece from each movie. For example, in Phantom Menace, there's Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan's negotiations visit just before the invasion of Naboo. The basic premise of these levels is to get to the end of the level by killing enemies, doing small puzzles, using your force powers, jumping skill, character switching, or all at once. If you want to switch characters, there are 2 that you can play as in the story mode, and then up to, I think, 6 in the free play. You go up to an AI and hit the button it tells you to. On the Xbox controller, it's Y. Now, like I just mentioned, each level has 2 ways to play. Story mode, which is mandatory for the first time you play a level, and free play. Free play allows you to choose from a list of characters that you have unlocked instead of the story characters. You unlock characters by completing levels or buying them in the Cantina. Each level also has a stupidly large amount of LEGO studs. These are the in-game currency. If you collect a set number of studs for each level, you get a bonus at the end. You're indicated on how many you need by a stud bar at the top of your screen that appears when you pick some up. Most levels seem to be around 15 to 35,000 studs for the bonus. Now, as you complete levels and unlock characters, you'll find the hub area in the Cantina getting filled up with these characters. You can switch between them in the Cantina and even fight everybody. Hitting someone sets off a huge fight where light side characters fight dark side characters. It's pretty epic once you have most characters unlocked. The Cantina also has a store. Here you can buy characters, items, put in cheat codes, and mess around with some settings. It also has a custom character creation area. You can create up to 2 at a time and make them as you please. You can use these characters in free play mode in the select screen at the start. The only gripe I have is the game's camera. It follows you around but isn't movable, meaning in tight spaces and sometimes turning around, it can get in the way and entirely screw up an attack because your vision is cut off. Overall, LEGO Wars is an absolute ton of fun. It has great humor, fun levels, responsive controls, and getting studs is super satisfying. The cheats and the different kind of settings you can mess around with make it really fun in a whole new way as well. LEGO branded titles have always been great because they know what they are. Non-serious murderathons with no blood, making it entirely kid-friendly, but still fun for adults as well. If you can pick this game up, even at full price, I urge you to do so. There's an absolute ton of content in this game, and it is an extremely fun experience. If you're at all interested in LEGO games or Star Wars games, this is definitely one to pick up. Enjoyed that video? Check out the last review I did on Nation Red. And if you really enjoyed, leave a like, maybe subscribe. Thanks for watching.